Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's continue with the lab exercise. So before we go further, please understand that there are three types of streams. One is standard, another is append only, and the last category is insert only. So standard streams are the generally used ones which basically cover all the operations, insert, update and delete operations. However, append only is meant to only handle the inserts. Don't be confused between insert only and append only. Append only is like adding more entries to the table, which happens with the insert operation. So you have to think it is for insert. Now insert only is basically meant for the external tables like stage tables which are on the cloud, whether it's AWS, Azure, GCP. So we are not going to deal with that. So we're going to try the standard ones in this particular exercise. So let's start creating this. Okay, so I've just set my database to DemoDB public. You could use any database and any schema what you want. Okay, so let me create a table for storing all the employees. It might even exist, but since I have a replace here, it's going to replace the existing one, which has three columns: employee ID, salary, and manager ID. Then I'm going to create a stream to track the changes to data in the employees table. Okay, so this is basically telling create a stream by name of this on this particular table. That means the moment I do this, like we discussed, at this particular timestamp, which is current timestamp, it's going to create an offset 0. Okay, let us look at what all streams we have here. Okay, so the stream is here, which says this is the database and then it says this is going to take care of the delta and so basically all these properties we are not going to look into it. You could read it if you are interested, but for now this is another way to look at the specific stream details. This is also going to show all the information about that stream, and this is the way where we are saying that this is a system function, what we are trying to call, because you see the function where I'm passing one argument in the function, one parameter in the function called employees stream, and this is the name of the stream which we created earlier here. Okay, so we are passing it and we are saying get the table timestamp. So this is one way to look at the offset which starts with 0. However, you want to look at the timestamp. So this whole thing, whatever is here, this whole thing, you use two timestamp function to convert this whole thing inside as stream offset. Okay, if you do this, it is going to convert into a timestamp. This is the one which gives you like, okay, this is the timestamp which it remembers as a first offset. Now this is the basic one. Now let's start creating some of the values into this table. Okay, I am going to insert 5 records into employees table. Okay, so let me go into the demo DP. You could also write a SQL star from employees. I will do it this way just for a change. So here you can see that there are 5 records which are inserted, whatever has been added. Now, yeah, you could of course do it this way. Okay, it shows the same thing. Now let's look at the stream. What all came into the stream? Okay, since we have added, since the table was created earlier, we basically inserted 5 records after the first offset, and all of these have the metadata operations here. So these are the metadata. 3 columns of metadata are associated with each of the table in the background by Snowflake, and this says this is of type insert. Is this an update? No. And then some in unique ID it maintains for each of these records which got added. So this is how the stream is there. Now, as we discussed, the moment somebody reads that particular stream, then it disappears. So let's create another table. Okay, so the name of the table is consumer, employees consumer, which has only 2 columns, employee ID and salary. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to insert into this new table which I created, and the source of this particular data will be select this from the employee stream. Basically just like select from the table, we do it from select from the stream. The moment I do this, it reads from the stream, and let's see how many records has it read. Number of rows inserted is 5. So now if I go and look into this particular consumer table, I'll see 5 records here. And what should happen to the stream? Stream should basically flush out, right? So if I go and look at the stream, then it should basically flush out and it should not have anything. And as we discussed, the timestamp should be, new timestamp should be associated here. So let me look at the timestamp directly here. Okay, so the timestamp here says this today's date and all that, it got changed. And then here, this is basically, if you look at internally, the new offset got created. Okay, so this is how it is. Now the next one, before we go to the, okay, let's look at the update in the next video.